Hi, my name is Dr. Oxana Kopeikin. I'm a licensed psychologist here at Deep Eddy. I primarily do individual therapy with adults. I'm also a clinical supervisor working with postdocs and interns. As you might be able to tell from my name, I was born in Russia. When I was 7, my family started traveling around for my father's job. I lived in several different countries and switched schools almost every year, sometimes twice a year. We immigrated to the United States when I was 13 years old. I continued moving around the States until landing in Texas in 2017. I consider myself a creative, sensitive, spiritual, curious person, and I love getting to know people's life stories in depth. I became a therapist because in my childhood, with all the moving around and adapting to new cultures and schools, I often felt misunderstood, othered, judged, unseen, and alone. I want to offer space to people to not feel alone in their struggles, to not feel judged, and to feel seen and known deeply. So, let me tell you a little bit about how I work so you can get a sense of whether I might be a good fit for you. I specialize in areas of depression, anxiety, life transitions, general stress and adjustments to new situations, and relationship issues. I particularly enjoy working with other immigrants or people from different cultures. As you might imagine, I have a tender place in my heart for challenges related to adapting to a new culture or feeling different from those around you. I also love working with new parents, particularly new moms. I'm a mother myself. I have 2 little ones, and I love supporting my fellow moms. Motherhood is such a unique, beautiful, rewarding experience, but it also can be isolating, overwhelming, anxiety provoking, and full of judgment from yourself and others. I want to offer a safe, judgment free space where another mom can explore her challenges and find ways to fill her own cup while caring for her loved ones. I also love working with relationship with self. Most people have seen or at least heard of the Pixar cartoon Inside Out. You know, the one where there's these little people inside your head and each with its own little personalities and feelings and agendas and needs. And these parts of self sometimes have pretty complicated relationships with each other and might tell you to do completely different things. It can lead to internal conflicts, kind of these irrational emotional reactions, frustration, confusion about what you truly want. I love helping clients figure out who all these parts inside of them are and creating space for each of them to be known, heard, and respected. 2 parts in particular that I always pay attention to are the inner critic and the inner child. I find that most of my clients struggle with a pretty harsh inner critic, even if they don't initially recognize it as such. All of my clients also have a tender, vulnerable inner child who just kind of needs love and support. I can help you build relationships with these parts so you can feel more at peace with yourself. One of my central values as a therapist is a position of unconditional positive regard, acceptance, and non judgment towards my clients. I firmly believe that every symptom and every reaction that you might bring into my office makes sense. It might not make sense rationally. It might not make sense in your current situation, but somewhere in your brain, often unconscious, it's an adaptive mechanism or a core belief that has helped you survive earlier in your life. So I'll get curious together with you about how these feelings or behaviors make sense given your life story, traumas, relationship experiences. Often, just by gaining awareness of these implicit core beliefs and where they come from, clients feel more in control over whether or not to continue enacting these patterns. And sometimes these patterns continue to make sense, so it's up to you to decide. And I'm not going to judge you, whatever you choose. I'm there to support you and help you see yourself more clearly. I hope this was helpful, and I hope to get to meet you.